Have you ever wished you could just download knowledge like straight into your brain?
Like just boom.
Yeah, like imagine being able to instantly master calculus or, learn a new language.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what if I told you that researchers are working on something that could kind of make that a reality?
At least for AI.
Yeah, for AI.
Right.
So we're diving into this research paper today, and it's called LADDER, Self-Improving LLMs Through Recursive Problem Decomposition.
Catchy title.
Yeah, and it's all about AI that can basically teach itself to solve complex problems.
Yeah, what's really cool here is they've actually
Yeah.
tested this new method, it's called ladder, on something that we can all relate to,
Oh, really?
even if it brings back some, stressful school memories. Calculus.
Calculus, yeah. They threw this AI into the MIT integration bee, which is basically like the Olympics of calculus.
It's hardcore.
Yeah, it's so tough that even like math whizzes struggle with it.
For sure.
So how did this AI do?
Well, let's just say it made some pretty impressive calculations.
Okay.
But first, let's break down what LR actually is.
Yeah, how does it actually work?
So imagine you're facing this giant complicated math problem.
Okay.
Instead of trying to solve it all at once, you probably break it down into smaller, more manageable steps, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's exactly what LAD does.
Oh, okay.
It teaches AI to divide and conquer.
I like that divide and conquer.
Yeah, creating a sort of tree of variance where each branch represents a simplified version of the original problem.
So it's like creating a step-by-step guide to solving the problem.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm starting to see how this could help AI learn more effectively.
Yeah, and at each step, there's a verifier that checks if the AI solution is correct.
Oh, so it's not just like blindly trying things out. It's actually like learning from its mistakes and refining its approach as it goes.
And here's where things get really interesting. Unlike traditional AI training, which often relies on humans labeling tons of data,
Yeah.
LAD only needs that basic verifier.
Oh, wow.
It's like a student learning from a textbook and an answer key,
Yeah.
figuring things out independently.
Yeah. So no more spoon-feeding the AI with like pre-digested information.
Exactly.
It's learning to learn on its own.
Yeah.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
It is. But
Well-
did it actually work?
Like, was this AI actually able to solve these crazy calculus problems?
Yeah.
Well, remember that MIT integration bee I mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
They actually tested this LDOTR-trained AI on past exams from that competition.
Oh, wow.
And the results were remarkable.
Okay, spill the beans. How did it do?
A relatively small AI model trained using LDOTR achieved a 73% accuracy rate on those MIT integration bee problems.
Wait, hold on. A small model. How small are we talking? I thought AI models are all about size. The bigger the better.
Yeah, that's a common misconception.
Okay.
While there are massive AI models out there, this one was only a 7 billion parameter model.
Okay.
That might sound huge, but in the world of AI, it's actually considered quite compact.
And it still managed to keep up with human math whizzes.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Seriously impressive.
And it actually outperforms some much larger AI models. Oh, really?
Like GPT-4, which only got a 32% accuracy rate on the same test.
So it's not just about brute force computing power.
No.
It's about how the AI is actually like learning and problem solving.
Precisely, this research suggests that teaching AI to learn more like humans do by breaking problems down and self-verifying can lead to some significant improvements in performance.
Okay, color me intrigued.
Right.
But they didn't stop there, did they? I hear they found a way to boost this AI's performance even further.
You're right.
Something called TTRL, right?
Yes, TTRL, which stands for Test Time Reinforcement Learning, takes this whole self-improvement thing to a whole new level.
Okay.
It's like giving the AI the ability to cram for an exam right there during the test itself.
Cramming for an exam, how does an AI even do that?
Well, with TTRL, the AI can practice on similar problems while it's taking the test.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just relying on what it learned beforehand, it's constantly refining its understanding and strategies as it goes along.
So it's like it's getting a last-minute study session right there in the exam hall. That's pretty slick. And what kind of results did this TTRL magic produce? Did it actually help the AI ace the test?
Oh, you bet it did. With TTRL added to the mix, the AI score on the MIT integration bee jumped to an incredible 90%.
90%, that's like valedictorian level. This AI is going from like a calculus student to like a full-blown mathlete right before our eyes.
It's a testament to the power of this combined approach of ladder and PTRL.
Okay.
And while this research focused specifically on calculus, the potential applications go way beyond that.
Okay, now you've got my attention. If this AI can teach itself calculus, what else could it learn? And what does this mean for the future of Well, everything.
That's what we'll be exploring next.
So we've got this AI that can basically teach itself calculus and even cram for exams.
This is pretty wild.
Yeah, it is pretty wild to think about. But you mentioned that this is just like the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
What other fields could this type of AI revolutionize?
Well, just imagine AI that can write complex code, not just by like copying existing examples, but by actually understanding the logic and problem solving involved.
So you're saying AI could become like a master programmer? That's pretty exciting, but also like a little intimidating. What would that even look like?
Think about the tools that programmers already use, like to check their code for errors.
Right.
Those could act as the verifier in a ladder system, allowing AI to learn and improve its coding skills independently.
So instead of just spitting out lines of code, the AI could actually like debug itself and like find creative solutions
Yeah?
and even come up with like entirely new algorithms. Are we talking about AI that can think like a human programmer?
In a way, yes, and that's not all.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. This research even suggests that LR could be applied to something called formal theorem proving.
Whoa, that sounds intense.
It is.
Is that like the ultimate test of logical reasoning?
It's definitely a challenging field that requires incredible precision and rigor. But the researchers believe that Eller could make AI a powerhouse in this area, potentially leading to breakthroughs in mathematics and computer science.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this goes way beyond just solving math problems. We're talking about AI that can tackle some of the most complex, like intellectual challenges out there.
For sure.
But I'm also curious, how people always talk about the importance of like multiple perspectives in any field.
Yeah.
Does this latter approach tie into that at all?
That's a great question, and it gets to the heart of what makes this research so intriguing.
Okay.
By creating that tree of variance for each problem, the AI is essentially exploring a wide range of different approaches and solutions.
So it's not just finding one answer, it's considering all the possibilities and then choosing the best one.
Right.
Or maybe even coming up with solutions that humans might never have thought of.
Exactly. It's like having an army of brilliant minds all working on the same problem, but at lightning speed.
That's a good analogy.
This could lead to incredibly innovative and efficient solutions in all sorts of fields.
This is really making me think about the future of problem solving in general.
Yeah.
If AI can tackle these kinds of challenges, how does that change the way we humans approach complex problems? Will we even need to solve them ourselves anymore?
That's a big question, and I think the answer is more nuanced than simply saying AI will replace human problem solvers. It's more likely that we'll see a collaboration between humans and AI, each leveraging their unique strengths.
So imagine a world where AI helps us like break down complex problems, explore different solutions, and even identify potential pitfalls.
Right.
While humans provide the creativity, intuition, and the ethical considerations that are so crucial to good decision making.
Exactly. And that brings us back to TTRL, which we touched on earlier.
Right, like a last-minute study session.
Remember, it's the part where the AI can basically cram during the test itself?
It sounded pretty ingenious, but I'm still a little fuzzy on how it actually works.
Well, think about it this way. Imagine you're working on a tough problem and you get stuck.
Yeah.
What do?
Probably try to find similar problems and work through those to get my brain in gear.
That's exactly what TTRL allows the AI to do.
Oh.
During the test itself, it can generate variants of the problem it's facing and use those to refine its understanding and strategies on the fly.
So it's like the AI is saying, hold on, let me practice a few moves before I tackle this big challenge.
Yeah.
That's pretty clever, but doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of a test? I mean, if it's learning as it goes, how do you really measure its true capabilities?
That's a valid point, and it highlights the evolving nature of how we think about AI intelligence. Maybe it's not just about what an AI knows at a fixed point in time, but about its ability to learn and adapt in real time as it encounters new challenges.
It's like we're shifting from a static view of intelligence to a more dynamic one.
Right.
And if AI can learn and adapt this quickly, what does that mean for its potential in the real world?
The possibilities are truly mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Imagine scientific breakthroughs happening at an unprecedented pace,
Yeah.
driven by AI systems that can tirelessly explore hypotheses, analyze data, and refine their understanding of the world around them.
It's like having an army of superpowered scientists all working 24/7, constantly pushing the boundaries of knowledge.
And it's not just about the big headline-grabbing discoveries.
Yeah.
This technology could also make a huge difference in our everyday lives.
Now you've got me really curious. What kind of everyday impact are we talking about?
Well, think about education.
Okay.
Imagine AI tutors that can personalize the learning experience for each student, providing customized instruction practice problems and feedback based on their individual needs and learning styles.
So it's like having a personal tutor who's available 24/7 and knows exactly how to help you learn most effectively.
Right.
That would be incredible, especially for people who struggle with traditional classrooms or need a more tailored approach to learning.
Absolutely. And beyond education, think about tasks that can often feel overwhelming or complex, like filing taxes,
Well,
planning a trip, or even just navigating a new city.
I can definitely relate to that feeling of being overwhelmed by complexity.
Well, imagine having an AI assistant that can break down those tasks into manageable steps, guide you through the process, and even anticipate potential problems or roadblocks.
Yeah.
It can make life so much easier and less stressful for so many people.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. It's not just about AI solving complex math problems.
Right.
It's about using this technology to augment human capabilities, enhance our problem-solving skills, and ultimately make life better for everyone.
That's a great way to put it. But of course, with any powerful technology, there are also potential downsides and risks that we need to be aware of.
Right, it's important to be realistic about these things. So what are some of the potential pitfalls we should be thinking about? So we've talked about the incredible potential of this AI that can teach itself.
Right.
But I think it's important to acknowledge that, no technology is perfect.
For sure.
What are some of the things we need to be mindful of as this technology continues to develop?
But one thing that comes to mind is the challenge of keeping up with AI as it becomes more sophisticated. Remember how we talked about AI breaking down problems into those smaller steps?
Yeah.
Well, as those steps become more intricate and the AI's reasoning becomes more complex,
Right.
it can become harder for humans to fully understand how it's arriving at its solutions.
So it's like the AI could become so smart that we don't even know how it's thinking anymore.
Yeah.
That sounds a little unsettling.
It's a valid concern, and it highlights the need for transparency and explainability in AI systems. If we're going to trust AI to make important decisions, especially in fields like healthcare or finance,
Right.
we need to be able to understand the reasoning behind those decisions.
That makes sense. We need to make sure we're not just blindly trusting the AI, no matter how impressive its results seem.
Yeah.
But beyond understanding how AI works, are there any other challenges we need to consider?
Well, there's also the question of control.
Okay.
As AI becomes more autonomous, capable of learning on its own,
Right.
it's crucial to ensure that we can still guide its development and ensure it's aligned with human values and goals.
So it's not just about making AI smarter.
No.
It's about making sure it's smart in a way that benefits humanity.
Exactly. And that requires careful thought about the goals we set for AI, the data we use to train it,
Yeah.
and the mechanisms we put in place to monitor its progress and intervene if necessary.
It sounds like we need like a whole new set of tools and frameworks to manage this next generation of AI.
Absolutely. And it's not just a technical challenge.
Okay.
It requires a multidisciplinary approach involving ethicists, social scientists, policymakers, and of course the public at large.
It's almost like we need to be having like a societal conversation about AI,
Yes.
figuring out what role we want it to play in our lives and how we can ensure it's used responsibly and ethically.
I couldn't agree more. And this conversation needs to be ongoing, evolving, as AI technology continues to advance.
Right.
It's not about finding one perfect solution.
Yeah.
It's about continually adapting our approach to ensure AI remains a force for good in the world.
It sounds like this research into LADDER and TTRL is not just a technological breakthrough. It's like a catalyst for a much broader conversation about the future of AI and its impact on society.
That's a great way to put it, and it's a conversation that we all need to be a part of.
Well, I have to say, this deep dive has been incredibly eye-opening.
It has.
We've gone from the nitty-gritty of how this AI learns to the far-reaching implications for the future of work, problem-solving, and even our understanding of intelligence itself.
It's been a pleasure exploring these ideas with you. It's clear that we're just at the beginning of this AI journey.
Yeah.
And the road ahead is full of both exciting possibilities and important challenges.
And for you listening, we hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity and maybe even inspired you to think about the role you want AI to play in your life and in the world around you.
For sure.
Remember, the future of AI isn't predetermined. It's something we're all shaping together.
So stay curious, keep learning, and let's continue to explore the ever-evolving world of AI together.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.